Does playing scales improve the musician's musical ability? Why even play scales? Isn't that something done in the past but no longer relevant in today's music? Tip number 11 will answer all your questions about the musical scale and why they are vital in today's music. Hey fellow piano teachers, Kathy Kerr here, pianist, educator, and author and founder of Melody Music Publishers. My video channel is for you, the music teacher, to help you do what you love, teach. Each video will have a new tip just for you, so please smash that subscribe and notification button below to never miss out on a video. Simply put, music scales are ascending notes in musical order, starting and ending on the same note with the sharps or flats for that starting note's key signature. For example, the key signature of C has no sharps or flats, so when playing all the notes starting and ending on C, it will be all the white keys. There are many types of scales, but the most common are the major and minor scales. Playing scales on the piano or any instrument used to be the standard for learning, but in recent years many music teachers have stopped teaching them, thinking they are outdated and boring. So why are the musical scales so necessary? Key signatures. Reason number 1. Music is played in a specific key signature, meaning a certain number of sharps or flats. Can't remember what is in a specific key? The major scale has a sound most can identify. So if you're not familiar with the correct sharps or flats needed, you can figure it out by playing the scale. I always teach scales by ear rather than reading the notes or by the math formula, the whole and half steps. Scale numbers. Reason number 2. Musical scales help in ear training. Assigning a number for each of the 7 notes 1 through 7 are called scale numbers. Each scale number has a unique sound. However, each specific scale number sounds the same in any key signature. For example, the 1 scale number, the root, sounds the same once your ear is acclimated to that key signature. The 1 is also the easiest to identify and the most prominent. It's the scale number songs usually end with. The following most prominent scale number is the 5. Called the dominant, for a good reason since it's dominant. The third most prominent scale number is the 3. Then, like magic, if you play the 1, 3, 5 together, you have a major triad. Showing this to your students is a great way to introduce triads and chords. There are ways to help the students identify the sound for the other scale numbers, the 2, 4, 6, and 7. A fun assignment is to have the student listen to a simple melody and identify the scale numbers. For example, Mary Had a Little Lamb starts out using the following scale numbers. Chord numbers. Reason number 3. We can build a triad playing the 1, 3, 5 on every scale number. This is called scale harmonization. For example, in the key of C, playing C, E, G builds the triad from the 1 scale number, which is called the 1 chord. In traditional theory, Roman numerals are used to identify the chord numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The great thing about the Roman numerals is the upper and lower case identifies the major and minor triads. And just like each scale number has a unique sound, so do the triad or chord numbers. Once you learn how each triad number sounds, you can identify the chord number when listening to a song. This can be done on both the major and the minor scales. Identifying accidentals. Reason number 4. Accidentals or chromatic notes are commonly used in music, meaning notes and chords not in the song's key signature. Without accidentals, music would be dull. So if your ear is trained to hearing scale and chord numbers in the musical scale, an accidental will stick out like a sore thumb. Figuring out the scale and chord number for the accidental makes more sense when the student is familiar with the diatonic notes, meaning the scale and chord numbers that occur in the scale. Exercises. Reason number 5. Using the scales as an exercise is a great way to start your practice. I play scales in multiple octaves many times before a serious practice and teach my students to do that as well. Playing scales build finger dexterity, control, strength, and speed on the piano or any instrument. I agree that teaching the music scales can be boring at times. That is why I wrote the series
Scales on Fire!
Each major and minor scale is taught in a short, fun song using rhythm and harmonies on the scale. The sheet music can be downloaded at melodymusicpublishers.com for all the major and minor scales for sharped and flatted keys, or each major and minor scale individually. There's also a video showing myself playing each of them. Now you can teach your students each major and minor scale in a fun and exciting way. I hope this tip helps you to be the best music teacher ever. Want to learn to sing or play with method books that teach the way? Students understand and learn with melody music. Melody music. Melody music.